That's for fourth. You get loose there?
Yeah. I think everybody's getting loose there. It's just about.
Yeah, just walks it up off the corner. These guys have constantly, the adjustments that they build into these cars, sometimes you go places and you say, I got to get, the racetrack's going to get free. I got to get tighter as the day goes. This is a racetrack that even though it doesn't have a lot of grip, it gets tighter up off the corner where you have to put more wheel in it. So constantly you're freeing up the car. And when you start freeing up the car at certain points in the race, they'll just walk up off the corner like that. You're just constantly one move behind.
And it's okay if you do that off the corner. If you don't want to be, you don't want to be loose getting into the corner here because you're carrying so much speed down into. You're on the gas pedal as you're turning down into these corners. And if that car gets loose getting in, I'm telling you what, it's no fun. It's hard to save the race car.
Harvick out front. This race being seen in about 80 countries and all of our military bases and ships around the world. Special salute to everybody on the Enterprise. TNT Sports, the Chicagoland Speedway, Joliet, Illinois. Kevin Harvick is the race leader with 92 laps complete. Time to get the results from our AT&T Race Talk poll, and we want to change this to the second most intriguing story, right?
Definitely the second most intriguing story.
And Jeff Gordon with his strong success, his wins, and leading the championship standings. There's your race leader, Kevin Harvick. Let's take you through the field here and start with Ralph.
Well, we begin with chassis number 179 with Kevin Harvick behind the wheel. This is a car that actually won the All-Star race, then finished 21st in the 600 just a weekend later. Now, he's been working with the handling on this car. In fact, he even turned the fans off to try to change that handling a little bit. Right behind him in second place is the number 20 of Tony Stewart. The center is a little bit better. The exit is a bit on the free side. But the key for Tony Stewart and the Home Depot number 20 is the pit crew. Every time he has been in, they've gained in positions. 4 spots the first time, no tires this last time, making a big difference. This car is gaining track position every time, Matt.
Ralph, about 5.5 seconds back is Jimmy Johnson. He has a great run here in Chicagoland. He scored a Busch win, but he's never chalked up a Nextel Cup victory. Best finish is second. He's never finished worse than 6. He's been running the top, where earlier he said it was just way too loose during the top. His car is really coming nicely with those 4 fresher tires, Ralph.
Well, his Hendrick Motorsports teammate Kyle Busch currently runs in 4th. He's pretty much been sitting there all day long. He only took right side tires on that last round of pit stops. The left sides have 7 more laps on them than the right sides as Kyle Busch works the high side of the racetrack, Matt.
Ralph, there's one guy who cannot wait to hit pit road again. That would be last year's winner, Jeff Gordon, in the 24. A little bit different paint scheme this weekend, but his car, much like it's been early portion of today's race, way on the loose side. He said it is almost flat sideways on exit, Lindsay.
Matt Kenseth in the 17th car just got around the 41 of Reed Sorensen to take 6th place. Kenseth very happy. Before that last pit stop, remember he said he felt a vibration in the car. They examined the 4 tires they took off. We're looking for a loose wheel, but they said everything's okay, and he doesn't have that problem now, Marty.
Lindsay, as predicted by our boys in the booth, Reed Sorensen has fallen back through the field. Just talked to Jimmy Ellich moments ago. He said if he can hang right here and it stays green, that's what they want, because the 41 car has to pit in about 10 laps. Not much longer they'll be on the racetrack. He said, I'm sideways, I'm so loose, as Ryan Newman tries to pass him on the bottom, Matt.
And Newman says the car just now has come in enough that he can really get up on the wheel and pressure some other drivers. He's one of those guys that took fuel only. He restarted 4th, fell back a little bit. Now he's starting to try to climb back up through the field.
Well, Matt, Dale Earnhardt Jr. trying to dig back to the front of the field, as you see, using the cushion right up against the wall. No stripes so far. Jr. says the car is extremely tight, though, especially where he just left the racetrack off of turn 2 through the bumps in 3 and 4 where he is, though. He likes the car. Behind him, Clint Boyer, who stalled his car when he left pit road last time. He came in 7th. He came out in 9th. Boyer has actually lost a spot since then with a car that is very loose, Larry Mack.
Well, we talked about Kurt Busch, the 2 car who has worked his way up to 13th. Remember, he had to start at the rear of the field because of an engine change. But how about a guy that crashed a car that he loved in the first practice yesterday? Mark Martin in this 01 Army car, trying to help this team finish in the top 12 in owner points. He's worked his way now to the top 20 up to 17th.
Thanks, Larry. There are 27 cars currently scored on the lead lap. Carl Edwards runs in 11th. Truex is 12th. Then it's Kurt Busch, Casey Mears, the pole sitter, and Jeff Burton, the top 15. Kevin Harvick out front at Chicagoland. Kevin Harvick in that 29 car is the race leader here at Chicagoland, knocking Johnny Sauter off the lead lap.